Hi Star Citizens, this is Hellhawk here. I have some gameplay footage I got from the 3.19 PTU today. Figured I'd throw it out there and see what you guys thought. First impressions, starting off in Loreville. This city is awesome. They did a phenomenal job of bringing some new life back to an old location, whether you're in the tram, or at the spawn site, or even looking out the window of the spaceport. It just seems like they've really opened up the city. I can't wait to do some exploration and see where you can actually fly to. As a note for that, I did notice that people were able to park their ships, both at the sales site and on top of the Hammerhead. Figured I'd hop in the Corsair and try out some of these salvage missions that just came out. Wanted to look at the Prospector because I'm really curious to see if the mining bags were going to be removable in this patch like they said they were trying to get to us. So one thing to note about these missions is you'll notice there's multiple of them. Sometimes it'll spawn them on the same site, so if you see 5 or 6 ships spawned in a row and you see someone encroaching on your salvage, just know that they're probably there for one of the other ships in that pool. I don't know if this is a PTU test thing or if this is just a bug where it just keeps pumping them out in the one spot, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm sure they'll address it. This is the first build released to the PTU for Wave 1, so I'm sure it'll get better. Salvage claims are pretty easy to find. You get a marker. The first approach, I was not able to get the bags off. And then I remembered there's this new button that you have to go into your controls and bind for cockpit, I believe, and then it allows you to unlock the slots. Now, it doesn't look like all the items in this ship are physicalized either, kind of a bummer, but I'm sure they'll get around to it eventually, especially for the older ships. I don't remember the emergency kit or the survival kit being a thing, so let me know if that's something that I missed last patch or not. Now, once I was able to unlock the ship, I could remove the bags. This is huge. This is something I've been looking forward to for years, because this has the potential to open up mining operation gameplay, which is all I'm going to be doing. But either way, as you can see, it's a little clunky getting the bags out. Sometimes they kind of clip through. Another thing to mention is that these bags are massive, and they take up an absolute ton of space. I think you're looking at, like, for a CU on the ground that they sit on is the minimum. It may be a little more, maybe a little less, but that's just me eyeballing it. But you would not be able to salvage these bags in a small ship. Probably a Cuddy Black would be the smallest you'd want. And again, this is just 4. I think the Mole has 8? I think it's 8. I can't remember. I'll have to take a look. It's been a while since I've been in the Mole. Also decided to grab the mining head and one of the lasers off of the ship just to see how it worked when I went to try and sell it. And that's pretty much it for the Prospector. I didn't bother with any of the traditional salvage. Now, went to the nearest refinery and tried to see if I could sell the ore that was in the bags, but unfortunately there was no source. So this is an issue that I'm going to try and work around. A later test maybe tomorrow, where I try and put the bags on a Prospector that I own to see if it activates whatever's actually in the bags. It's also very possible the bags are empty and they just haven't gotten to that part. As you can see, I go to sell the mining head that's in my inventory, it sells it, my money goes up, and yet the item is still there. So, another bug, another exploit. Tried the same thing with, at this point I was trying to go through and actually find the mining bags, see if I could get empty ones. They are not there, so that functionality is probably not in the game yet. It will be interesting to see if they put that into 3.19. My fingers are crossed. From here, I went to the weapons station, sold the Bulldog repeater a few times. Again, it's a bug. I'm sure they'll address it. Either that or you're going to be selling the same things over and over, making a ton of money off of it. We'll see what they do. Next, my objective was to get to a TDD and see if I could sell the mining bags to the TDD, and I could not. So that is something, hopefully, that they iron out. I'd love to see that. But this is all the time I had for today's test. Tomorrow or Wednesday, I really hope to try and get back into the PTU, mess around with a few more things. I will be pulling out the mole and the Prospector to do some testing, and we'll see where that goes. That's pretty much all the time that I had today, guys. I appreciate you watching the video. Let me know what you think about the feature sets that you've seen so far. Let me know what the items that you're actually most looking forward to in 3.19 are. And this is Hellhawk signing off. See you guys in the verse.